All right, hello, everybody. Yo, everybody, how's it going? Mark,
Hey.
it's you. Hey guys, how's it going? I know I just gave you the introduction, but hey guys, how's it going? My name is Justin,
Mark.
and you're watching or listening to episode 477 DangIT Prodcast. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully I didn't get those numbers wrong. For some reason, 77 doesn't seem quite right. I'll do some fact checking, but Mark, how have you been?
I've been alright. What about you?
Been doing good. I was actually shocked because I know recently you picked up on a D&D session with friends, so given that I have some semblance of experience, I was like, oh, okay, well, it's kind of like a toss-up over the night.
It's like, I think so far it's been every two. It's just we've only been one session, then 2 weeks, then another session, which was last week.
Oh, okay. How's that progressing?
It's going pretty good.
Hmm.
Of
I
course, of course, my friend didn't expect it to go on as long as he did because, I mean, it probably would have gone faster if I remember. I have my fists count as magical weapons. If I remembered that, that probably would have gone faster.
oh, okay.
Although because of that, we got some interesting developments.
Okay. Well, I mean, well, regardless of like whatever the case may be, you end up getting some interesting results. I think that's like the fun of it. That reminds me, I definitely need to check out Baldur's Gate before the end of the year. I don't even know if I can really even touch that, but
Good game.
that's yeah. Like apparently, a lot. Have you tried it, Mark? Actually?
Yeah, my friend bought it for me.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay, cool. Have you made like decent progress with that one to kind of have like an idea of like your general thoughts about it?
I've played a decent bit of it, and it's a great game. Like I need to finish it.
Hmm. Yeah, that's because a lot of people are like discussing how like that one could just be game of the year alongside Tears of the Kingdom. And it's like those are like as far as the games are involved, like those are two separate approaches, but like each having their own merits. And I just really want to get my hands on like Baldur's Gate 3, especially since there's a lot of like D&D mixed into mixed into all that. So I gotta try it out for sure.
Hmm.
But it felt like it was much more heavily like a PC launch title. I know that it's now available on Xbox and like PlayStation now, so I just don't know how well that's performing. Last time I checked, PlayStation wasn't like doing too hot, but that just kind of comes with the territory. Like those consoles, like I was doing my video for Tanuki, right, for the PlayStation's like new updated model that's going to be shipping out and available like next month actually. There's nothing like there's no like improvements on the console. It's just like a remodeling of it, and you know, PlayStation has this pattern of like releasing slimmer models, dubbed like the slim for each of them. Except for this one, this is a remodel, but it still kind of follows the same like timeline as far as when they would release a remodeled version of the console. And it's been 3 years. The PlayStation 5 actually came out in November of 2020. It was during pandemic. Like, I mean, granted, it was like at the end of the month, end of the year of the pandemic's first year, but yeah, that was a while for a lot of people. The game, like the console, technically didn't come out for them till like 2021, for like just because of how bad it was as far as like getting your hands on one of those. I remember that I was lucky enough to get the PlayStation 5 around its like release window, but when it came to the Xbox Series X, it was just a matter of just getting an order with that one. And that took like pretty much up until like late 2021, I think. Yeah, it was rough. Get your hands on those consoles, but now they're here, but it's already been like a couple of years for them. So seeing Baldur's Gate 3 seemingly struggle with the PlayStation 5 in particular, it's like, oh, okay, well, it looks like we're starting to hit like that part of the generation of the console. But it is what it is. But yeah, TLDR, I still got to try out Baldur's Gate 3. There has been quite a bit of news. I kind of given this title. Oh, also shout outs to like Ibrahim as well. And God damn it, Mark. So we got sound stuff going on. let me just let me just do a thing here.
Why would you let me do it?
I never let you do. Well, rather, it's like it was an option that you can like easily like take advantage of, and it was just an oversight that I didn't even like see that. So I'm gonna just go ahead and like for the sake of like the podcast specifically, take care of all that. Thank you.
My reverb.
Yeah, we. I mean, it could be one of those things where I could just allow that a little bit more often, but I don't know.
Certain people might abuse it.
That might be like a better reason to do it, like specifically for podcasts, and leave that for like just general stuff.
Oh, I think I heard Aniyah.
Wait, Aniyah, are you here? He's not.
Didn't hear him come in?
I did not hear. Oh wait, oh there he is. It's because I have to monitor Discord. No, I like it for me to hear you, Aniyah. I actually need to see you as well, like on Discord.
Wait,
He hears with his eyes, don't you know?
You know. Every time I think of that, there was something that Gabe brought up. Like, when you're getting ready to pull up and like meet somebody or go to like an address, you turn down your radio so you can see the address number.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. You never done that? You never done that, Mark? Like, hey, you're like rolling up on someone's address, and you're like, hey, can you turn the music down a little bit? I need to see.
The car's shaking too much from the bass, bro.
Yeah, right.
It's something like that. It's like it's an oversensory on one like sense, so you need to focus all the other senses by blocking it out.
It's all scientific.
Yes, and also, shout. I was saying it's funny. Like, shout out to Ibrahim, by the way. He's excited to see you, Aniyah, but your mic's kind of low.
Is it low?
Yeah, it's pretty low.
Only reason I can hear you is to have you on 200%.
Oh wait.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like we can also do that too.
We're gonna try something real quick.
Okay. Let me just not try to like raise up to 200 while you do something.
Wait.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let him go.
You'll know if you hear me in pain.
The sound that like the toilet sleep like in the very bottom.
Hello.
Oh, slightly better.
Pick your ragdoll. Let's see. Yeah. What about this?
Okay.
Better.
It's a little louder.
Hello.
Hello.
You're tuning in to hot chocolate.
That's starting to sound a little bit better. Yeah.
You're tuning into hot chocolate.
You're tuning in to hot chocolate.
Fall season is coming right around the corner.
Chocolate.
Cocoa. Anyway, wait. What did I miss? Actually.
Not much. Yeah, we were just catching up on what's been going on. We were talking a little bit about Baldur's Gate 3 for a little bit because of Mark's D&D session.
Do we even talk about the mayhem, or are we leaving that out?
In the game?
In the world?
In the world. I mean, I think it's like at this point it's public knowledge at this point. I understand that it's such a critical like thing that we should probably acknowledge, but it's just so like negative that I kind of don't want to really like cover it.
Also, it's precarious. We're not the ones to be talking about it. So
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
All I would even remotely say about it is it's tragic on both sides.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Now back to elves and getting it all with bears.
Back to elf girls. Like what?
Yeah, like because you know what? Isn't that something that like a good amount of people are? Well, I mean, I think it was a meme, but some people are kind of upset about it. Isn't there like a specific race in that's not in Baldur's Gate that you'd expect from D&D? I think there was, right?
They're probably gonna. I mean, no matter what, they're probably gonna put it in because like they could put in more 5e stuff. They'll probably end up doing that.
Yeah, all that. What is it? What am I saying? DLC and updates. I would assume they would.
You would think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was elves or like just short elves or something.
No, there's elves in the game.
Or like short goblins. Maybe that's what it was. I forgot which one it was.
It might be goblins.
Because it feels like that game hit like almost every corner of what D&D can emulate. Like especially even with the choices, I guess, as far as like the RNG of it all.
You can also see your own genitals.
Nice.
Like they legit,
nice.
they legit 3D modeled the penis and vagina. It's like what the.
Wow,
hell
that's
yeah!
Peak design.
That's some Red Dead 2 level of detail.
Yeah.
I was like, they actually went through they actually modeled these. I cannot believe it.
Good lord.
They saw like the horse physics and they were like, oh, you know what? We gotta do this. You know?
We gotta kick it up a notch.
Who do you think mocap that?
I don't have the authority to disclose that information.
It's all in house. They're like, all right, guys, we're going
It's
real
all
in
in
depth.
house. No.
Okay,
No.
who wants to be the one who has their motion captured, and who wants to be the one to put the beads on it?
No.
Oh no.
Hi, man. So I guess speaking of that, 'cause I'm not even done with like Lies of P yet. But
Pinocchio Souls?
Yeah,
yeah.
but there's a
Lies
new
of
one,
P.
right?
God,
Like,
this game's so fun.
New Souls like.
I got mad,
Oh.
like most Souls likes do, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
still a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
game.
yeah.
It's just I don't know. You know what? I've always questioned, like, most of the time when I play games, I usually go for something to just like chill out and have like maybe a bit of a challenge. But like games that like you're really tick me off. I usually
Animal
don't try to play
Crossing.
those. Yeah,
They
like,
kind of tick you off a little bit.
I'm sick of owing that dude. Like I keep owing him all these bills. Talk about it's you don't get payments or whatever kind of nonsense he gives, and my interest sucks. But other than that, we're good. But I guess like Souls like games are the only ones I'd probably pick that like piss me off. Aside from like fighting games too, because fighting games you can have like a good or a bad day on those. But
That's
like
fair.
with Souls like, especially for like average players, you could just have like a horrible time and then a good one. So the ratio is crazy.
Mhm.
But other than that, man, this game is great. And then like just to kind of connect what I'm thinking of, Baldur's Gate 3, what else? Hopefully Lies of P, just like Game of the Year awards, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad because I missed out on like what other games like I don't. But does anybody remember the first 10 months of this year? Like I don't remember nothing.
Oh, it's kind of one of those things where you just live in it.
Yeah. I honestly forgot. What was it? RE4 remake was this year. I don't know
It
why.
was, yeah. It was like early, but it was like March, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I thought it was like somewhere last year or something. But
You're saying you already forget Tears of the Kingdom?
I was gonna say, like, I think we can remember May, like the first like week, actually that first like whole month of May. It's just like it was just nothing but discourse about Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, I can remember that.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. All the little memories with people and their like creations from using the Ultra Hand. Ridiculous.
Aniyah was probably in the dark for about a week.
He was.
Well, the depths was like the coolest part of the game because it was like
Mole Man.
hold on. Let me try to vouch for it. In terms of what people could expect from, as far as I know, with Zelda games, and then like just the context of it, like discovering stuff was a good part of it, and then of course an adventure. But that's a really cool sense of adventure. You don't know what's going to happen, and the only way you can really know is using the resources around you, those light blooms, or if you don't use those, you can use like fire. Like there's choices. There's like some extra variety on how you can innovate, and that's what I really like about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But then they took the innovation to a next level in Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah. But
From what I heard from Phil, you were in the depths with no lights.
it was great.
He was.
And that,
I've seen
I
it.
found the light. I was boxing the Yiga clan, and then like when they have what is it? They're crazy.
I saw a light outside. Yeah.
Yeah, design. I'm telling you, when you find like the Zonai stuff, you could just it's good. It's good. It's a real good game. But now it's all bright, so it's not fun anymore.
Turn his brightness up to max just to do it.
That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. It's like I can't stand it. But yeah, I don't know.
The depths are great.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna spend like a good amount of time tomorrow figuring out what would be a good idea as far as like breaking down like game of the year, because I've been thinking about it for of course years, right? But just how uninvolved I am when it comes to video game discussions and communities. Mind you, it gets crazy. But I mean, discussions in and of itself is already they're fun enough to have. So I'm like, I'm gonna figure out some way to like get more invested into it. Plus, it's cool. Like, what fucking talk about video games, guy? Like, come on, man. Come on. How can you not dig? Well, first of all, I immediately thought of Baldur's Gate's trailer again when I didn't even know what the game was. And then that dude was like getting some bedroom eyes from a bear. I was like, come on.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the game.
The guy's a druid. He can turn into a bear. They want a new experience.
Yeah, that out of context was like, yo, what's happening by the lake? Like, were they by like a tree? It was ridiculous. But man, you gotta love that stuff, man. Especially with, I think entertainment value behind the game is important too. So even if like even games on, well, I like looking at indie stuff, right? So there's games that aren't like the most polished or like well, in terms of like looks or even like mechanics, but there's still like that charm you can get behind it. So stuff like that is super cool. But I want to see they have an indie genre, right? Like an indie award or something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want to see what like makes it on the map. There's a lot of games that came out this year as far as like indies that I was looking at. So they're just waiting. We're just
Sea of Stars is gonna sweep.
Oh, I want to give it a shot.
Yeah, I played through the messenger and like finished it. And I was like, I can't believe I just slept on this game.
Because honestly, though, and I want to make sure I'm thinking of the right game. Wasn't it an RPG?
Yeah, it's an RPG. Yeah.
Okay, because I mean, yeah, I'm
not quite up your not up your alley, but like I think it's pretty engaging as it is.
Yeah, right. But one thing I heard were people who were vouching for it. I mean, who knows? It's all subjective. The game was fun. But they say the story was kind of like bland, as far as like what I hear. But I mean, if you can praise it for its mechanics, then I mean that's gonna be a good chunk of the game. Because otherwise you'd be playing a visual novel. But other than that, it's a good little thing to see. Especially the mechanics are good. God, man, my nose still running. Holy, I'm gonna tell you right now. I think I got like 3 hours of sleep.
Oh, is that why you don't have like a face cam on?
Yeah. Yeah. And then like I had to do some running around because like, dog.
Dude,
it's little ass. But I mean, it's cool. No big whoop.
We're going to Phil's place like in a little bit, and I can only imagine like when the lights turn down, so does Aniyah.
You know, I'm trying not to. I don't want to miss out on any of these. But then also,
so does Aniyah.
Yeah, but then also, I won't mess up this time. I got both yours and Phil's jackets, so I don't want to miss out on that.
Let's go!
You got your Letterman jackets.
Yeah, you know what? I do. I'm not gonna front. I thought about getting just like for context. I got I found some design sites for custom jackets. I decided to go with bombers. Bomber jackets are cool.
Yeah,
those are like
they're pretty cool.
Like top 3 design jackets I like to get, but you can customize some on certain sites, and I was lucky enough to find one with like a good discount they were having. I guess it was just like some back to school or like some early fall stuff.
Cool.
But I got 3 of them for like damn never seen.
Damn, like, son, where'd you find this?
If I caught them on the best day, I would have been tapped out. But I was lucky. They were really generous that day. But the material was cool. It wasn't bad. I was like, you know what? Of course, there's like the letters on how they're stitched in. You have to be careful when you go to like get them washed. I would assume I'd probably like bring it to the dry cleaners. I don't know, but
it's fashionable and bulletproof.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure about that.
Oh man,
that may want to buy a couple more.
Yeah, like what I spent on 3 jackets, I think that would have been 1 if it was bulletproof. I wouldn't have been mad, but
just a built-in Kevlar mesh.
I gotta look into that. That's a good idea, Mark. Also, I got like what is it? I got no bad things to say about these jackets. They have a good fit for it too.
Cool.
I have longer arms, so I think I put extra large. But yeah, other than that, dale. But then also you'll notice that because we changed the Tanuki Media logo, it'll just have like it'll have the first initial logo on these jackets. It's kind of like a
pilot.
Basically, right? It's kind of like an idea of like being the initial members. So
Yeah,
we get those
sure.
symbols while we work with other stuff. Also, Phil's sister designed some pins and some stickers for us.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I was able to commission her for it. She left them with Phil, so we'll be able to see them later today.
Okay. All right.
I can't wait to hold it.
I can't wait to behold it.
Behold,
Behold my
it's
stuff.
so good.
I'll put a couple of them on my backpack during TwitchCon.
Shit
Sure.
got me hyped. Yeah, shit got me hyped, buddy.
We're really,
but I guess,
we're really moving.
Yeah, let me see. Hold on, because we was thinking about video games and then some of the stuff we're gonna be doing. Blah,
Quick
blah, blah.
acknowledgement to Ibrahim. Yeah, those initial builds for Tears of the Kingdom, where it was all war crime stuff, was a wild time.
Oh, bro, the fucking the fire crotch, whatever that
The
fucking
fire
robot.
crotch,
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
just the cross.
Did some?
Oh
Wait,
boy.
what? Just the cross is crazy.
Oh
Some-
boy.
Everything was all relating to the Koroks though. Like everyone
Yeah.
hates them.
Somebody made like a entire car out of like the sleds and like some metal slabs, and then like used of course like the wheel little thing. I was like, why is this mess look like something straight out of like Fast and the Furious? But it's up in the Legend of Zelda. Like
Also,
super
hey,
creative stuff.
Abe didn't say war crimes. My man said hate crimes. So that's where I was expecting much worse.
That was grimy though. I wouldn't put it past him.
I was like, what? Did someone make a big spinning wheel and it's just a swastika?
Wait, maybe. I didn't get. You know what? As soon as I saw Firecrotch, I was like, "That's enough Twitter." And I just decided to play the game. That was good stuff though.
Remember like the fireworks rocket.
Firework
rocket.
You could just obviously you just attach like a Korok dude on top of it and it'll just like shoot up and then it's just like oh.
Didn't somebody do that with like a bunch of dynamite, like the TNT barrels, like throw a Korok on top of it? The people were fucking vicious. But good lord. Oh hello.
And then he was asking about anyone having played Foam Stars. It's pretty much it's pretty much Splatoon bought on PlayStation.
I laughed at what he said. He said, "AKA Splatoon for straight people."
What? I don't even know what that game looks like anymore. I only saw it once when it first got
It's
announced.
basically Splatoon with soap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
but,
much.
like, isn't everybody like a pop star or something?
Not everyone, I don't think, but they definitely have some like interesting code names.
Oh snap!
The Baristador.
I might give it a shot.
About to get sudsy.
But on the real,
That's
hey, but on the real, this is just like guys, there's too many games.
there is a
There's
lot.
too many games. Like I didn't even have a good amount of time to really invest in a Street Fighter 6. I was like, oh my god, I don't know how to do Drive Rush. But yeah, I gotta actually sit and just play the game.
And Mortal Kombat just released their trailer for Omni-Man. Actually, I saw a little bit of that.
God! Oh, I didn't even see it actually.
I actually need to buy the game.
You know what? Honestly, I thought he was gonna be a cameo.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but yeah, I was like a good handful. I was like, are they gonna be cameos? Is that what's
No, they're definitely gonna be fighters. Like
yeah.
I would not think they're gonna be cameos. Like if they're showing them off, they're gonna be fighters.
Jeez. Yeah, matter of fact, nobody was a cameo, right? When they showed the combat bundle or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
didn't show
think
any.
so.
They didn't really show off any cameos per se. But then again, I think that there's a chance that even every playable character, I believe, is a cameo.
I think you're right. I'm sure you're right. I believe so. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't played the game. I really should buy it though. Cause like, or you know what? Well, here's a plan. I don't know if I ever said it because it's just something I'm gonna be working on as I go. Like going through the entirety of the Mortal Kombat history will be interesting because it's such a pivotal and iconic fighting game series.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never like gave it the time like I did to Street Fighter and especially Tekken, because Tekken's my favorite. But like I never sat and like the new Mortal Kombat's coming out. Deception. Ugh. Like I didn't do that. Like I think maybe MK9 and MKX. That's 10 in Roman. I think that was the only two games I actually really had like hours in. I want to say.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And
That's
then like the classic ones, of course, when I was a little bit younger. But aside from that, nah, man, nah, dog. Not even 11. Holy shit, I forgot about 11.
I hear that one's not as strong, but it's still like a numbered title.
I
It also kind of leads to like the events of MK1, so
the story was good.
no doubt.
Yeah, the story
no
was.
doubt.
Yeah, I did see the story. But like, yeah, it just felt like everybody was like, look at all these designs for the characters, and all these like, yeah, like the looks of the game, like high-end graphics for fighting game.
Oh yeah, MK1 looks pretty.
Like
I feel
NetherRealms
like
really
MK1
loves to polish those games.
Well, it looks pretty, but the action is absolutely gruesome. So
Yeah, I would think like a good thing to see to say about it. I would say like the colors, like the amount of colors that they got in MK1.
Yeah.
It's like what's the word. It's like I guess vibrant, a little bit more vibrant than most of the Mortal Kombat games. Like look at 10. It's great.
It's pretty dark.
It's pretty great, but it's like a DC movie. But like other than that, the designs in the games are cool. But like for MK1, they really got like the saturated kind of like lush look with colors. It's really cool. But yeah, man, it's like one of these days, guys, I'm gonna play them.
Yeah, I gotcha. It's cool to get that feeling of wanting to go back to some title games for sure.
Yeah, especially since they're like to this day, and they just been like with everybody like the legacy titles. I don't know. Well, I'm not sure how much time to set aside for it because what is it? We still got Spider-Man coming out.
Oh
later,
boy,
like
next week.
Oh, it comes out like next week. Oh my god,
Mario Wonder as well. Actually, Ibrahim was talking about that.
Is that next week too?
Yeah, it's also next week. It's like the same day, bro.
Oh my god, do I choose Miles or do I choose Mario? God, oh goodness, I'll choose both.
Yeah.
Because I already got I paid off Spider-Man, but I'll definitely go and get Mario Wonder. I could probably pay that off before we head out for next week because that shit.
I was gonna say, like, did you want to do like a crazy thing where we go to Vegas and we just go to a GameStop or whatever game store and pick it up that way? Or that'd be kind of fun.
Matter of fact, matter of fact, I guess I could buy it in Vegas. That'd actually be pretty fun.
That'd be kind of cool.
What if it's cheaper?
I don't see how it could be, but it'd be cool. Like TwitchCon goers, let's go.
I want to haggle in Vegas. Let's see if we can make it happen. That'd be funny. I could do that. I don't mind doing that. What other games are there then? Because
Sonic Superstars is like next Monday.
Oh, wait, like this upcoming Monday or like
upcoming Monday?
Oh my god, killing me.
Yeah.
Man,
I know. Like you just feel exhausted just thinking about it. Like there's so many.
Like, look at your backlog and be like, "Yep, I did it.
Yep,
I've
done it again."
Like,
you're probably wondering how I got into the situation.
I'm sure you're wondering how I got here.
But I think I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty optimistic when it comes to these games. I'm pretty sure they're gonna give people what they at least ask for. Now, I don't know if you guys already talked about it in other episodes, but you guys play Starfield, right?
I did.
Yeah, I played it, but I haven't really continued since there's just so much going on.
I haven't finished either.
I feel like
good game though.
I feel like the benefit I can give it, at least on what people expectations I guess that could have been met was like I saw somebody. Wait, what's his name? It's God, I really don't see him, but I know he's like he's on the podcast with the Black Hokage. I think it's called the Gaming Illuminati. And they popped up because they like I think it popped up on my shorts thing. His name is Ethos. I think he's a game developer. I don't see him around too much, but he look like cool people. He was mentioning that the game had a good foundation, and most of the time when I hear like a criticism like that, it just means that even though it had like a good baseline for everything else, I guess trying to push everything that it wanted to the best extent didn't actually happen. Like maybe there was some mechanics that people were hoping for that didn't get reached, but like as far as maybe the foundation of levels and how you transport to planets, because the way they were talking about travel in the showcase, it was like, what? This looks amazing. And then like the variety of stuff, they're like all there, but just like the quality wasn't reached, I guess. That's what I'm gonna assume. Assumption.
It's a good game, regardless. It's just that it's not perfect, which is hard to accomplish with any game.
Mm.
Matter of fact, I mean, yeah, I can. Let's give me an idea. Hold on, wait.
Mm?
I don't know if that's a thing. Has there ever been like a game that has like? Well, I think the first game I remember hearing that did that was like Soul Calibur, where it had like tens across the board, tens. But like a perfect game, somebody's gonna hate it. Somebody's got it.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as perfect.
Yeah, right. But I just want to think like, what's the closest a game has ever gotten to being perfect on a general consensus?
Man, go ahead and do it because I'm
overall
perfect.
That's what.
I'll just
Say
get
about
the Dragon
overall
Balls.
That sounds interesting. But still,
Overall ratings, I mean, Elden Ring was pretty much there.
oh, you're right. Well deserved. Yeah, but I don't know, especially with a game that stresses like space travel and then like, I guess like
Space.
actual
speaking,
terrain being of like planetary size.
Mhm.
That's interesting too. And then filling that planet with stuff like, goddamn, what the hell? That's tough business right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like, and it just depends. If you want to make the planets more unique, you can't just do procedurally generated shit because it's a highly possible you could have maybe a couple things too similar to each other, but you'd also then have to go through the back-breaking labor of having to develop a city, like a full city with different storylines on a single planet.
Yeah.
Unless you just want to use AI and then procedurally generate and then just have all that be a thing, and that is possible. However, it all just depends on the amount of effort you're willing to put in, or how much you trust AI to write.
Mm.
that's fair.
That was
That
the
is
concept. That was the concept in Sword Art Online, wasn't it? It was the fact that in order to keep making quests and shit, yeah, they had AI writing new ones constantly.
I didn't pick that up.
Was
I think
it
you're a
really?
bigger Sword Art Online fan than I am. What the fuck? What the?
Yeah, the world. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, the world was procedurally generated, and the AI would make quests.
For Sword Art,
Oh.
like Sword Art's like actual game, right?
Yeah, like in the in series
In
game.
series game. I didn't
Oh.
actually pick that up. No.
Oh,
If I'm not mistaken, that's what it was.
redonkulous.
Well, that's actually interesting. But they're always so character focused. I must have like did not even remember that.
Gonna be pretty interesting. I'll tell you what.
And of course, they're actually making a game based on the new one that just came out, Shangri-La Frontier.
Ooh. Yeah, you know what? I gotta give it to you, Mark. That was a really good recommendation.
It's
That opening like woke me.
so good.
Oh no, that's funny.
Open it
yeah.
up, she just gets drop kicked in the face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel bad. I've been kind of missing out on anime too.
Yeah, they just started Undead Unluck. That's also been good.
Yeah. This week has
Oh.
been like a great like well of just memes for everybody. Bro, Toji
Yeah,
like
it's-
blitzing grandma is crazy.
OG blitzing grandma.
I've been missing too much. What? What the hell?
Yeah, you'll find out later.
What are we talking about here? Jesus. Oh, fucking hell,
Honestly, it's
man.
really just Jujutsu Kaisen just like getting a lot of good like says here and there.
They
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
They're
That's
cooking.
good. That's really good. That's really, really good. Anyway,
The anime scene, it's got people like questioning their
that's been
their preference.
everywhere.
yep. Mm-hmm.
They say, oh.
And he
They
grabs
really hold on.
he
hold
grabs
on,
a
hold on, hold on.
pigtail, and everyone's like, "Wait a minute, that feels, huh?"
Oh.
Yeah. Hold on. Also, speaking of that, I remember somebody had like a side by side of like season 1 of Nanami, and then in season 2, I was like, what? Homie just went to the gym. Like, why is he like twice his size? Like,
I'm pretty sure they wanted to do that for him.
Yeah, they definitely like gave all like the shading detail to make him more intimidating and stuff, and then they gave him like they made him like a foot taller. Like it was crazy. Like
Foot taller. Actually, I need to like check the measurements here.
Yeah, I was like, dude, like physique difference is crazy. But I mean, man, Mappa, it's like that budget. But yep, yep, Jujutsu Kaisen, really, really good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Someone gets jumped every season.
True.
It's a whole tradition.
There's literally a video out there called Jujutsu Kaisen jumpings are built different.
Bruh, what's his face? Mahoto, whatever the living curse with the gray hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That scene, I think, peak. Cause good lord, Nanami.
Or
Yeah,
fight back.
Toto and
yeah,
Yuji versus
yeah. Nanami and Yuji was just like beating. It was like a gang jumping. They was beating the brakes off him. It was cold.
Bro,
But,
I just think of the one with Toto and Yuji against Hanami.
Oh yeah, the
that was rude.
where it's like he's clapping.
That what? That was probably the most disrespectful jump. Cause like the faces Toto was making was just like he's not. Is it serious? He's serious, but he's like enjoying it too much. Like come on. Hanami was getting rocked. Moving like a hurricane. Oh yeah, Hanami's out by the way. GG.
I mean, me and my friend,
funny tree.
Me and my friend in Smite, we did that exact thing. First thing I thought of because we kept going after somebody. He and I just kept tagging in and out as we were beating this dude's ass.
Fight back.
That's
Fight back. Fight back.
That's such a cold meme, man.
I remember Mark that clip of your friend beating someone to the same beat as like Gojo beating up that one dude Miguel.
He was doing that in VR. Did the Gojo combo.
It's like relax.
I was just like, holy shit.
That's great.
Some good moments.
Let me see. Also, because I'm only staying for a little bit, but I'm gonna get ready to head out. But
yeah, for sure.
I think you guys already brought up like TwitchCon in the last one, right?
I brought up TwitchCon, yeah. Is there anything else you want to add before we actually make our way over there next Saturday? Or next week?
Yeah, as far as I know, I don't think there's not too much to add. I wonder how interesting it's gonna be though. Considering last year's TwitchCon. I didn't go, but considering the stuff that happened that year.
Oh yeah.
Considering some of the stuff just going on Twitch leading up to TwitchCon. Let me see. I had a schedule. I was gonna look at the schedule on the app again and just lay it out. But
all right.
As far as I mean, I don't mind saying it. It's not too crazy, but just my idea of meeting people and just like getting the word out. Not just, Tanuki Media in and of itself was just for us to kind of meet and put whatever we got going on a game basis, but at the same time, still reach out to people and kind of showcase what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just getting the idea and getting the word out for people to find us on social media, because of course networking is the worst aspect of all this stuff. But at the same time, people do say collaborate, and I'm not going to front. I'm hard-headed, and I don't want to collaborate with a lot of people.
Yes.
Because so I don't want to do it. But I mean, hey, if somebody recognizes the entertainment value we can bring, then I'm cool with that.
I think it should, like, when it comes to collaborations, it doesn't have to be like a really big sit down like type of meeting. If it's like,
that was kind of,
what's going on?
What happened?
Yeah, he's talking about when you guys come over. He said, "Just go home."
I thought he was like he's prepping to like jump into like the call. I was like,
that's what I was thinking at first.
Yeah, or he's gonna knock on Justin's door.
That too. I thought it was pulling up. I was like, wait, I'm not ready.
You planned this.
When and how? How'd you do it?
About to be a Gabe. What the fuck? You planned this.
Yeah, I do it again. I do it again. That was great.
But
It's a
yeah,
lot to surprise Gabe.
Yeah. He doesn't like surprises,
'cause-
so we typically, give him the benefit of the doubt. But sometimes, if it's a really good surprise, then it's like,
freaking
all right, let's just
stoic
like
freak. Also, like I think
stoic freak.
yeah, still, but like as far as the goal, as far as our goal at TwitchCon, it's just gonna be like
Oh yeah, but
enjoying ourselves and networking.
yeah, like I guess when you talk to someone, like you can only get like the first impression of them, and that's fine. That's just like meeting a whole new person, and if you guys like strive for the similar things, then you'll probably see each other more often than not.
Yeah, because I probably wouldn't mind like small collaborations, of course.
Yeah,
but then again, what my issue is now that I think about it, I keep thinking in the sense of streaming, which still can have like small collaborations, but I mean me actually, damn. Considering like I'm gonna try to when we get back from Vegas, but I haven't really streamed as much. The balance of doing streams and then us mainly doing like YouTube videos, finding that line, I don't think is super horrible, but that will kind of just depend on what kind of avenue, I guess, as far as what people would know us for. Like, I know you from Twitch, I know YouTube, and stuff like that. And then you find how you just meet in the middle with those people, but still kind of expand in two different ways, and better than just one. But I don't know. Honestly, when I think about it, I have a bunch of thoughts in my head. I usually just see what happens when we're in the moment. So
sure,
we're gonna see what kind of nonsense to do. Because I mean, as far as pulling goofy stunts, that's like right up my alley. So yeah,
To know that, I'm good at that.
yeah, that's like my bread and butter. But what else? Oh, speaking of crazy stuff, I don't know if I'll ever would do like IRL streaming, but I remember hearing, I think it was like a day or two ago, that IRL streamer Extra Emily got banned.
What? What'd you do this time though?
I think she was this time. I think she was driving while texting or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
I believe.
I thought that was just a ticket.
Maybe, but it's not something they want to have on their platform. I assume that's what it was.
Yeah, they wouldn't condone that.
That is.
There was a similar incident with a little bit more of a bigger hit in real life. So yeah, they were like, "No, let's not do that."
You're like, let's chill. So so stuff like that will be going on. But if anything else, man, I'll make a scene. I'll make a little scene when we're in Vegas, just a little one,
just a little bit. All right.
Yeah, that's enough to be like, hey, yeah, subscribe to the channel type mess, Also, damn, you know what I should have did? I should have got one of those little squares, those little units things that you put in your phone. So then if people want to buy the pins, that way it can be some kind of transaction. So that would be neat. But I'll figure something out. I think I could do something like that because I know the quality is good, and then to kind of respect the process because of what was it? Little sister, she hand painted it. Like she got the logo and then got the little cutter for it, but she like painted it herself.
Oh wow!
So I'm like,
okay.
Like all that stuff, it's like we don't disrespect artists over here. We don't do that. We don't do that around these parts. Break your knees. But yeah, that's
wow.
That's big. Well, like that's a goal here. Kind of just show that we appreciate the work you put in. It's super cool. Anyway, what is it? Was it like 2:00?
Yeah.
2 o'clock. All right. Yeah, interesting stuff, guys. Also, you know what? Damn, I gotta figure out a better schedule, but of course I'm gonna try to be on the podcast a little bit more.
Okay.
Try to do all that good stuff. Try to tag in, cause yeah, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Well, you got your daily dose of hot chocolate, so I'm gonna get ready to go. And then,
he did not just say hot chocolate.
Look at it. I got called that at work. I was like, oh man, my confidence. Thank you. I was like, I feel better. So
right,
yeah,
fair
I'm
enough.
gonna get ready to grab like 7 boxes of pizza. So I see you in a
Whoa,
bit.
yeah. I gotta go get stuff after the podcast too. But yeah, all right. See you soon, Naya.
All right, guy. Take care, Mark. Stay classy, baby. Mark.
Oh, more? All right, just had to change the scene a little bit. But yeah, so that was Aniyah. He's keeping himself pretty busy, and we'll probably see a little bit more of him like during TwitchCon. Or at least I plan to see if I can like make things work with that, as far as like possibly just like a a kind of a scuffed stream. We got some stuff here. We got a light here. It's actually a little tight mini panel light that is complementing all these other ones in front of me. You might notice a slight difference if I cover it up just a little bit, and it's just a front light for whatever hotel room we end up like staying at. And then I got these guys. It's just lavalier mics. There's like a set of 2 for 1 receiver, and pretty much gonna attach one to Aniyah and myself, and then we'll just have like whatever like podcast that we could possibly do on a Saturday, and we'll just see how that plays out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to TwitchCon, as far as just seeing like, I guess really just gauging like the atmosphere versus how it was in San Diego's convention center. That one was well, obviously the convention center was huge, and they really didn't have that many issues just fitting everything in. I don't know how I'm gonna approach networking as like as Aniyah would if we do things separately anyway. But I'll just be a friendly dude. I'll just be hanging around, checking out the different booths. That's kind of like the things I'm looking forward to. I love seeing the different sponsors, especially with this type of environment where it is catered towards people who, like individual people who do content creation, and seeing all these different sponsors who actually are devoted towards those, and hoping to at least strike up conversations with people like at the booth. So see how that plays out. As you can probably guess, I'm a big fan of like Corsair and stuff. So I'm like, I'd love to see first and foremost what you guys got going on. I would love to see the desk that they had from one of their conventions, because I'm just like, I could probably use something like that now. So we'll see on that front. Twitch Rivals like Arena, I'll be interested in seeing how that's now laid out this time around. And any other mutual folks I know from Twitch, like personally, and I'll see if they'll be there too. But yeah, I think there's some other news I wanted to bring up real quick. Actually, it was talking about Mario Brothers Wonder. Ibrahim actually brought this up earlier. It was about hold on, let me actually like scroll up. He's actually said it early on. It's coming out for a few days, right? And he's already seen people emulate that game. It's crazy. People I know how they got them early. I have a sneaking suspicion that like it might have something to do with the demo, or maybe not. I think the demo, as far as like that being accessible to people, might have been something where it's like they were able to try to see who was trying to voice act like Mario and or Luigi. Earlier on, it seemed like people had already like gone like hold some of the data from the demo. I don't know how you do that. You literally have to break open those like I'm pretty sure you have to break open the kiosk in order to do that. So either it has to be some kind of employee who actually does that kind of stuff, whatever. I'm not entirely sure. People thought it was Mike Wingert who's going to be Mario. Turns out actually, and this is weird because I thought Phil had it on the money as far as like when we get to see the voice actors credits at the end of the game essentially. But he actually spoken out. It was, do I have it? Oh, it's Kevin Afghani on Twitter. He announced that he actually voices Mario and Luigi in Wonder. So I'm not familiar with his work before, but that's a pretty good convincing Mario and Luigi. If anything, it's a nice transition and a good like interpretation like of the characters. So I'm totally down with it. I know that some people are kind of weird about it because they would rather prefer to have Charles Martinet, and honestly, in a perfect world, that would be a thing. But the dude's aging, and he wants to do other things when it comes to Mario and Luigi and other voice actor stuff. So that's why he has the Mario Ambassador title now, where he can still do this kind of stuff seemingly like in like a proper position and still be able to talk to fans. So kind of same thing with like Veronica Taylor, for example, who stopped being Ash for a bit. But she is like proper credit's due there. So that was a little bit about voice actor for Mario. There's also a bit of Dragon Ball news, like via New York Comic Con, and I bring this up because obviously Mark is like a huge fan. I'm also a fan, but not nowhere near as big of a fan as Mark is. But a new series, Daima, is set. I don't know where exactly the timeline is on this one, but essentially it's like a new set of villains who set their sights on like Goku and Co. Directly or indirectly, pretty much making everyone into kids is part of the premise of like this arc, this little mini series. So it's interesting to see where they go. So I'm just kind of generally curious as to what approach they're gonna do for that one. And then and yes, I'll acknowledge also the stuff that Ibrahim was saying like more recently about that incident. Yeah, that's kind of messed. But you were talking about the Teal Mask DLC, just real quick, $35 for the DLC. To be fair, though, I'm not sure if that's the individual price for Teal Mask. I think that's just the whole DLC pass. So we still have Indigo disc underway in the winter. So we'll see about that. I personally like Teal Mask. Teal Mask was... I can't really say because I don't really play a lot of DLC content like within that price range, if anything. The closest thing I can even think about as far as like a DLC, like additional thing that I played like recently was probably just Breath of the Wild's DLC, which spanned a couple bits here and there.
Sorry, I was talking to my wife.
Yeah, so I picked up on.
But she got home and I was talking to her. I was telling her we can go get dinner as soon as we're done with the podcast. I was like, don't worry, it shouldn't be too much longer. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, I was saying Teal Mask DLC. Personally, I liked it. I think it was a nice, cool story to add on to it and just like added a whole new region just to explore. I'm a big fan of the environments they try to squeeze into that one little tiny mini map. And that's just all I wanted to say about that. And I'm looking forward to Indigo Disc. I think the last thing, just to kind of try to wrap it up so I can also like prep for...
I'd love to have played the Pokemon DLC. I just didn't have the money.
I think you could still wait until like Indigo Disc. I think it'd be really cool for you to just like save up and then just get the pass for both. Yeah, and then it's just like you could just go back to back because you can really like breeze through Teal Mask pretty easily.
I heard it's really not that long.
Yeah. So that's good. And then
in comparison to the Isle of Armor,
was
Crown Tundra.
I have not finished Isle of Armor, but yeah, I guess I got really lazy. I could probably just do some content as far as just revisiting those. I literally just did not really like touch it as much, which I should.
Not even did you do the Crown Tundra?
I did Crown Tundra quite a bit, but I definitely didn't finish everything. I definitely just jumped in for the legendary raid stuff because that was the most fun I had of it.
Seriously, it was you, me, Jordan that are helping you with that.
Yeah,
like, didn't Abe help with that as well?
I think so. Yeah. It was we were just going through a lot of the legendary Pokemon. This is before I knew that like you can kind of like shiny hunt for them. I won't go through that trouble, but yeah. Oh my god, did I even like? I don't know if we
beat Zygarde. I do know that we managed to beat Zygarde.
But was that with me or?
I can't remember.
Because I don't remember having a Zygarde from there specifically. But yeah, he's a menace. Hard. He's such a menace in that one.
Bruh, that was pain.
That was rough. Shouts to anyone who tries to shiny hunt for that one. That's like, like, all right, I gotta do it again, guys. You guys just be easy. Oh, you know what? A little bit of positive news as well.
I mean, I figured you were going to anyway.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, no, just talking about what.
Oh, gotcha. Insane the Rain Music. I'm not sure if you know this guy, but he used to be posting a lot of covers on YouTube, just video game covers and whatnot. And last year, he announced that he was going to leave YouTube as far as like doing that kind of stuff, and he wanted to pursue a little bit more actual like composition stuff. So he's been doing that for a little bit. But TLDR, he's made a return back, and he's pretty much trying to now balance both his new composition stuff and bring back the covers they like so much. And he released a video yesterday, I think. It's a Donkey Kong track, and it's 6 minutes. It's it's like it's phenomenal. It's like it's one of those things where it's like I spent a little bit like just out back just cooking up some couple things and this is what I have, and that's what he rings up as like, bro. So just a major appreciation because I loved his Fire Emblem covers as well as some other ones as well. So looking forward to more arrangements from like going forward. That's a huge win though. I like the idea that he also is doing this for the sake of making it a little bit more accessible for, or I guess to put it in a better light, people doing covers online, and hopefully a lot of other video game companies can like really pick up on that and really support that. The same way as like Square Enix has been doing that quite a bit, where they're content creators. Like
they realize, wait, this is actually beneficial to us.
Yeah, because at first it was like, yeah, let's not copyright them. Like that will make them happy, and it should be free advertisement. But then actually like collaborating with them, you know, Final Fantasy's been doing that quite a bit with like the demo for Rebirth, for example. A little bit previously before, people were reached out for some music regarding what was it, Octopath Traveler 2, and now, you know, Final Fantasy 14 folks are eating it up too. They get invited and they get conversations with like some of the creators as well. It's kind of showing as like a really positive thing. So I'm hoping a lot of companies will just like really pick up on that.
Starting to realize it's better to work with the community.
Yeah. So I think that's a win-win on that front. You know, it isn't a win-win is Best Buy deciding to remove all their physical media stuff in 2024. So they were talking about
crying.
Yeah, but you know what? It seems like when you look further into it, it's mainly on the DVD and Blu-ray like side of things.
Which games with the movies?
Yeah, but the thing is, video games are part of physical media. But right now, it doesn't look like they're being impacted. But at the same time, like I've been to Best Buy like the other week, and they literally just like cut those like game like aisles in half. So it's a much shorter like aisle each time. So it's like, oh, dude. I mean, they had the physical stuff for a little bit, but who knows how long exactly?
Because the world's just starting to go digital.
Everything's starting to go digital. So I mean, I get that too. So we'll see how.
There's always going to be physical copies, but I feel like majority of it is going to become digital over time.
Yeah, you know, I think there was an interview with Ubisoft actually this past week about like their thoughts about like physical media, and it was one of those things where like it was kind of like a neutral like type of approach where they are supportive of like physical media, but they also acknowledge the fact that like digital stuff is going to be like a thing.
The future.
The future. So whatever happens. Future. But yeah, that's pretty much the stance that Best Buy has like right now. They still got the physical media stuff as far as games, but we'll see. We'll see how things play out.
We'll see how long that lasts.
We'll see how long that lasts for. But yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, we're actually like hitting up an hour. Mark, is there anything else we should cover before we call? I guess I have something else too.
Nothing that needs to be addressed right now, I would say.
All right, fair enough. I actually wanted to bring up the fact that yesterday I went to a Target, right, and I wanted to play the demo of Mario Brothers Wonder. It was a very interesting experience in the sense that I have not touched the kiosk and actually engaged with it like in a long time, even though they've been there. I was talking to Phil a little about that earlier, and he was saying that like, yeah, you know, like those kiosks are like kind of both retro and like modern at the same time. So it's like one of those things where like, yeah, if you want to cover that kind of makes sense. And obviously I wanted to like have some kind of impression on it, on not just the game, but just like the kiosk experience, see what's changed, what's like been different. And the only takeaways I would say is that one, it never feels quite as comfortable to like hold a kiosk controller.
Because it's got something holding it, so they don't steal it.
This is true, and also the fact that it's an everybody controller.
Ew.
So you, as a kid, you don't care. You'll just grip it however you want. But as an adult, you're a little bit more aware of like, oh, that's someone I don't. Well, at least I don't really feel anything. So
it's a good thing that I carry my rusty, trusty hand sanitizer.
Rusty is like exact my rusty hand sanitizer. But yeah, no. Aside from like that, game's feeling pretty good. Like I can't describe it. How like obviously Mario's like one of the king of platformers as far as just like the identity of that and just how it's like innovated that for a long time. But obviously it just comes down to you pressing the button and seeing like how the character responds to that, depending on how long you hold the button and whatnot, and seeing how floaty like the jumping mechanics is. Like they just have it down to a science in this one, even to the movement speed. Like it's kind of like perfect. It's hard to really describe it. Obviously, like the visuals like are stellar, and they really optimize it for the Switch. So like it's just running super smooth. So it is a timed demo. So at some point it will just like lights out and then just say thank you for playing. But you should be able to comfortably play through like the first like 3 levels or 4.
Speedrun it, and you complete the entire game.
Speedrun it, and you'll get to a certain point. I'm sure.
Is it literally just the whole game on a timer?
No, well, I mean, no. I don't think so. So I don't know if you could break the timer where it's like it stops there, but the game's very well aware that it is a demo. So you'll clear through like the first mission, and then your like new companion dude will say like, "There's plenty more like levels in the demo you should try out," and that's the only like thing you'll get a reference of that is a demo. So you just kind of go through it. The first 2 levels are kind of straightforward Mario levels where it's like you go to it, you go point A to point B, and once you like traverse a little bit into the world map, you will enter like one of the more open zones where you can like address different like stages or challenges, and there's like a little mini shop where you can buy like some badges here and there. So I went and bought something like from badge shop and went to like one of the badge challenges where if you win, you can get that badge, which is like the additional wall jump or wall climb, where you like hop towards a wall instead of like backing off from it for like a wall jump. You actually can like give yourself an extra bit of air so you can actually land higher up. So that was a nice little neat mechanic that kind of changes the way you approach things. So it's super cool. I didn't really get to try out too many things. I only got to do the wowie zowie bit and then just like flip people off with my trunk. Interesting enough, it's just a small thing, but like the pacing is really good too. So that's the main takeaway I could say. I know that Phil doesn't want to hear any of it. He wants to try it like completely blind. So I won't like
spoilers.
I won't give him too many details. But yeah, you're just playing through the opening levels.
Spoilers.
Yeah, no. It's funny. I was looking at the kiosk. I was like, how old is like some of the stuff here? Obviously, like one of the noticeable things about these kiosks is that like you have Mario, maybe in Targets, he's like hanging off from a flag. You probably know it by like the meme of people like throwing money at this Mario stand because he's hanging on a pole. But obviously that's there. The kiosk got a little bit of advertisement on the side. It had Pikmin 4 on it, so I was like, oh, maybe it's like around like that age, which is not too dated.
It's not very dated at all. That was only like a month or 2 ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was more. It's more of a recent thing. So they've been updating the kiosk, so that's pretty cool. The kiosk actually had like the Pro controller and 2 says the Joy-Cons like placed separately from each other, so that was cool. Obviously, you have the actual like dock itself, like a cage, and below it is just like a bunch of the consoles they can like buy. And I saw a lot of Switch lights, including that
Switch
purple one.
4, question mark?
They got the Animal Crossing crossover Switch light. They have the Mario Red that recently came out, as well as just the other like regular Nintendo Switch OLED, but nothing crazy. But it's nice to see like those different like editions out there.
You're gonna say you already got 3, man. You already got 3 of them. You good?
I'm good. I'm convinced to not get like the Mario Red one. The Zelda one was just too hype. So I was like, all right.
You're like, I got it.
I got it, dude. I got it. And well, I'm just hoping that nothing else like pops up crazy like that, which I don't think, unless they did a Fire Emblem one. Then it'd be like, that's danger. That's dangerous, bro. What are you trying to do? Switch. What are you doing?
Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't make a switch for Engage. It's surprising, actually.
I think it's because of the fact that Engage is just like a compilation type of one. I think I think they're better off, really, personally, if they were to just go with like a specific type of game as like the theme for the Switch dock, because like Splatoon 3's got one, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet got one. At that point I was like, let's just stick to one. And then Zelda one's like, all right, okay. And then if a Fire Emblem like just shows up somewhere, that'd be dangerous. So we'll see. Other than that, I should be okay.
Other than that, I'm fine.
After that, then I'll just look into like maybe reskins.
Reskins.
We'll look at reskins. See how
Pimp
that
my
plays
Switch.
out. Pimp my Switch at a budget.
At a budget, at a reasonable cost.
Yeah, because everyone knows that with the Switch, like it is just kind of like a one console type of thing for the entire family. Like there's not really too many reasons unless you want your own system in the family.
Justin said observe.
Observe. And it makes it really difficult to really work between different like Switch ones, because you can do it, but you always have to sync in save files if you're going to use them like both at the same time. Or you just dedicate one game for this one and another game for that one. But that doesn't really make too much sense either.
The Nintendo Cloud service.
Cloud comes in clutch when it comes to that. I'll say that. But I think that's pretty much everything. So, all right, Mark, just a quick double check. Anything else we should say before we go and sign off?
Nothing that I think needs to be said immediately.
Okay, gotcha. So Shangri-La Frontier is definitely a recommendation. That's all I'll say.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I say that, and so is Undead Unluck.
So, yeah, that's our... So far, that's going to be the recommendations and the last little bits of notes for this podcast. But for now, we'll go ahead and call it here. So, guys, appreciate everyone for tuning in for this podcast. It's been episode 477 DangIT Prodcast. My name is Justin.
Mark.
And Aniyah was here. And thanks for watching, everybody. #bye, everybody.